It's currently day 4 of the challenge to build a 250-person email list in the next 30 days using primarily free traffic sources. You can see the videos for day 1, 2, and 3 on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/websbest. So I'd appreciate everybody who's here tonight. I see David, Rodney, Darlene, Kevin, all in the room. Joe is here. I really appreciate you guys coming tonight. So to do a quick review, if we want to build an email list, then we need to have a compelling lead capture page that offers something to the visitors in exchange for them giving you their email address. We're going to use Your Viral List to give those lead capture pages and tracking of our traffic for us. You also need to have quality website traffic from people who are interested and paying attention. We covered that in last night's video, talking about the fact that not all traffic sources are giving you people that are interested in what you're talking about and that are actually paying attention. The more they're paying attention and the more interested they are, and the more visitors that you send to your page, the more subscribers you're going to end up on your email list. And that is the ultimate goal out of what we're trying to do with this. So we're going to do most of our list building using Traffic Which You Earn, which again, last night we went over the 3 different types of traffic: traffic which you earn, traffic which you control, and traffic which you own. So we're going to use mostly traffic which you earn. And traffic which you earn is traffic which you get by trading your time for that traffic rather than trading your money. So to accomplish building a list the size of what we're talking about in just 30 days, you're going to have to be organized and you're going to have a plan to get the traffic and the subscribers that you want. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to cover how to track what you're promoting by creating a promotion plan. Then we're going to pick 3 lead capture funnels for me to promote for the next few days. And I'm going to show you how to create a compelling email for each of those 3 promotions using the email wizard that is built into Your Viral List. If you haven't joined Your Viral List yet, then you can do so by going to quickstartcoach.com/YVL. So quickstartcoach.com/YVL for Your Viral List. And that will get you a free account and a 30-day premium membership as a bonus. If you already have an account, then you can send me an email to matthew@justaskmatthew.ca. So MATTHEWATJUSTASKMATTHEW.ca. And I'll upgrade your account for 30 days of premium membership. Make sure that you tell me your member ID number for Your Viral List in the email so that I know, make sure that I credit the right account. It might take me 24 hours to do that. I'm getting caught up on the ones that have already sent in right now. They're all going to be done by the end of the night tonight, so everybody's ready to promote tomorrow. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So I said, we're going to create a promotion plan and we're going to pick 3 lead capture pages from Your Viral List. So to do that, I'm going to switch over here to screen sharing so that you can see what I'm working on. But we're going to create our promotion plan using Google Sheets. Now, Google Sheets is like Excel if you've used spreadsheets before. And if you're more comfortable with Excel than Google Sheets and you already have it on your computer or use another spreadsheet kind of program, then you can use that just as well. The reason I'm showing everybody to do it on Google Sheets is because on Google Sheets, it's free. It's available to everybody via the internet in your browser. You don't need to have any other software installed and you don't need to pay anything. And we're trying to do this for free to low cost. So I'm not going to tell you to go buy software that you don't really need and can get for free. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my screen share and I'm going to go to Google Sheets. So when you're doing this on your computer, you're going to want to make sure that you go to Sheets, SHEETS, .google.com. And if you do that, then you will, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here, then then that will take you to the sign up page for Google Sheets. And here we go. All right. So it might ask you a couple of questions about joining and go do whether you want a tour or not. But what you're going to do is you're going to end up at this page that you're seeing right now. And I'm just going to check on my other screen here and make sure that it is indeed sharing my screen. Awesome. Great. So I see the screen share switch over and there's Google Sheets. All right, great. Sorry for that, but hey, I'm the only guy monitoring the broadcast tonight. I've done broadcasts before where no one could hear me for 20 minutes. I don't want to do that again. So if I'm looking over here to make sure that everything is working okay, it's for your own benefit. So, all right. So Google Sheets can do an awful lot of different things, but we're going to kind of take it from a very basic level. The whole idea here is to have one place where everything you're promoting, where you're promoting it, and the results that you're getting is all stored in a single place. This is going to become your place for your promotion plan, which is going to tell you what you're doing each day in order to build your email list. It's also where you're going to keep track of the statistics for how your different promotions are going. And of course, where you're going to actually have a calendar in here. And we'll go through these things a little bit as time goes. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new blank spreadsheet. So I'm just going to click here where it says blank, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to open me up a spreadsheet. Now, if you're familiar with spreadsheets, which most people are, then what I'm about to say is going to be a very basic review. But a spreadsheet is essentially just a document, which is a series of cells all done in rows and columns. So you can see the columns along the top here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and down the left-hand side here, you can see the rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, inside this spreadsheet, you can have different pages. So you can have one page that stores one type of information, another page that stores a different type of information, and those things are called sheets. So hence sheets.google.com. So you can see down here, there's this tab at the bottom, and it says sheet 1. So this is we're currently on sheet 1. And you can see up here at the top is the name of the spreadsheet, and right now it's called Untitled Spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call it 30-day challenge promotion plan. Okay. And then as soon as I click off that, it's going to save it. The other thing is that everything that you store in Google Sheets is saved in the cloud. So it's not saved on your local computer. It's stored on Google servers. And when you log into your account, and of course you can create a Google Sheets account with any Gmail account. So if you don't have a Gmail account, you might need to create a Gmail account for this. When you, this is stored in with your Gmail data on the web. So it means you can log in from any computer and be able to access it, even if you're away from your home computer. So it's an advantage of the online spreadsheet versus the Excel variety. So, so we've got this 30-day promotion plan. So we're going to go ahead. This first sheet is going to be the lead capture funnels that we're promoting. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can see when I click on any of these cells, it makes the little blue box. The focus changes to that cell. So I'm just going to click here because I want to give it a little title, and I'm going to call it lead capture pages to promote. And then I'm going to press enter. And when I do, it's going to obviously put that in the cell, and it is going to move to the cell underneath when I press enter. I could also just click off the cell after I type it. It would do the same thing. Now, if I wanted to change that and give it a different name, I could just click on that cell again, and then it's going to show me the contents of that cell right here in this section right here. Don't know if you can see where my mouse is, but there, I just selected it. So if I wanted to change that and I wanted to say lead capture pages to promote this week, then I can just go up there and I can click in there and I can change it to whatever I want. And then as soon as I click to move off the cell or I press enter, it's going to change it down here. I'm going to leave it as lead capture pages to promote. So this is going to be a list of the different lead capture pages we're promoting and some information about them. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch over here to your viral list, and we're going to pick the first lead capture page that we want to promote. So we covered this in one of the earlier days about going in and finding the lead capture pages in your viral list. But I'm going to go in here and just kind of take a quick review of that again, and we're going to pick one. So before I do that, I just want to reiterate again that when you sign up for your viral list, you get this email that you see on your screen right now that says, thanks for signing up for your viral list. And that gives you your login ID and your password in that email. If you don't have this email, then when you go to the login page for your viral list, which is at members.yourvirallist.com, then you can have this email resent to you by clicking on the forgot password link. And that will then you put in your email address you signed up for the site under, and then you can go ahead and you can have this email resent to you. If you don't see it in your email box, it's in your spam folder. So go take a look in the spam folder for it. If you can't find it in the spam folder, it may be that your email provider is blocking mail from our servers. So especially the Microsoft and Apple email services like to block our mail more than most. So if you don't get it that way, you're going to have to write me an email again at matthew@justaskmatthew.ca and ask for me to send that info to you. And I can probably send it to you from my support email there, and it will get through. So if finding a problem getting that information, that's the right approach to get. Now, the other thing to remember about these emails, and this applies to all of my sites, is that this members area URL link right here is a magic link. It takes you straight into the members area without having to put in your login ID and password. So if you still keep this email around, you click on this link and take you right in. You don't have to put in this information on the page. So I've already gone ahead and did that, and I'm logged into my Your Viral list right here. So this is the account which I created the other day. In one of the earlier videos, you can see I have one list member. That was me signing up as a test that I did in that video. It's not connected to anything. It's not using anything, but it's all set up here, and it's just a basic account. So I need to pick, starting out, what am I going to start promoting for lead capture pages to build my list? And you can find the lead capture pages by going to Build Your List over here on the left-hand side, and then clicking on Your Funnels. And this will show you all of the lead capture pages that are in the system, ordered with the best converting average lead capture page at the top. So it's the best page at the top, second best next, etc. That's going ahead and loading. So we'll give that a moment to do it. And while we're doing that, I want to talk a little bit about these lead capture pages. The important thing to remember about the lead capture pages I mentioned in the first videos is that these conversion rates are average for literally hundreds of people that are using these pages. So this does not mean that you're going to get 180 visitors per sign up. You may get more, you may get less. It depends on your traffic. If you have a very low quality traffic, it might take a lot more visitors to get a sign up. If you're buying solo ads, you might get a sign up for every 2 or 3 visitors that you send, and it might be much higher. It's very traffic dependent, but this gives you a general idea of how well these are converting for the other people that are using them. Now, if you have traffic that is particular to a particular topic, because each one of these lead capture pages has a topic that it's about. This one's about e-commerce. This one's about launching. This one's about startup businesses. This one, of course, is about Facebook ads. So if you were looking to build an audience around a particular idea, like you wanted to write to your email list about Facebook ads, then using Facebook Ad Geek would probably be a good idea because you're going to get people who are interested in Facebook ads on your list. If you're interested in talking about e-commerce, well, then using Ecom Mastery and promoting that is going to get people on your list that are interested in e-commerce, right? Landing Page Geek, people who want to build landing pages, people interested in Instagram for the Instagram Bible. Now, if you're just looking to build a general list of people interested in making money online and home-based businesses, then you can probably use any of these because these are all based on the idea of, business opportunity, make money online, etc. And then it comes down to using the ones that are going to get you the best conversions. Now, that being said, you don't necessarily want to pick the top one, because if everybody picks the top one, then the conversions are going to drop very quickly, because the reason is you're going to see Facebook Ad Geek everywhere. And now you're playing the lottery instead of being strategic about your promotions. So that doesn't always mean that everybody should grab the top one. What you want to do is you want to grab a couple and promote a couple so that you can compare them. Because we're going to be doing a lot over this 30 days, what we would call split testing, which means we send half the traffic to one report, half the traffic to another report, and then see which one converts better. And whichever one converts better, well, we send it 80% of the traffic next week. And then we add another one in and send it 20% of the traffic and see if we can find one that does even better than the winner from the previous week. And we just keep trying to beat whatever is the best one by trying out new ones, but sending most of our traffic to whichever ones are converting the best. So when you're starting out, you don't really know how your traffic's going to convert. So you want to try a few. Now, how many you want to try depends on how much traffic you're generating. You want to, over the run of a week, to complete a good test on any of these, to send it at least 500 visitors. So especially if you're using Safeless and lower cost solo ads, traffic exchanges, like traffic which typically converts in the 200 to 800 visitors per sign up page, you need to send at least 500 visitors in order to get some kind of an accurate idea of what conversions are. If this is converting on average at 180 visitors per sign up and you only send 50 visitors and you don't get any signups, you didn't learn anything. Because if you don't send at least 180 visitors, you wouldn't have expected a sign up at 50 visitors, right? So if you send 500 visitors to these, that's about double the amount that you should have gotten a sign up. You should have gotten 2 or 3 signups promoting this if you were getting the average conversion rate to 500 visitors, right? 500 divided by 180, it's about double, right? If you send 500 visitors and you get no signups, then that's probably an indication this isn't a very good funnel to promote. So again, if you're using Safeless to promote the traffic, which most of the people watching this video would do, because that's most of my audience, then you want to be shooting to try to get 350 visitors per sign up or better. So if you send 1,000 visitors, you get 3 signups or more. Now, ideally, you get that under 200, so that if you sent 1,000 visitors, you get 5 signups instead of 3. But if you're getting more than 350, certainly if it's more than 500 visitors per sign up, then that either tells you there's something wrong with your traffic or this isn't the right report for you to be promoting. So from a range point of view, you want to be looking to find pages that are going to convert at 350 to 1 or better. And if it's more than 500 to 1, that means stop sending traffic to that right away and try something else. So we want to try a couple. I'm probably going to, over the run of the next week, probably generate 3,000 to 5,000 visitors, I would say, based on the promotions that I'm planning. So that means that I could try 3 to 5 of these without any big problem. And then I could see out of those 3 to 5 that I try, once they get 500 visitors each, I can look at them and say, well, which ones are working better and which ones aren't? Which ones do I want to stop using? And then which ones do I want to send more traffic to? So if it's converting well, I want to send a larger percentage of my traffic there. If it's not converting, I want to stop promoting it altogether. So I'm going to be looking at 3. I'm going to pick 3 of these to promote. So, but again, I don't necessarily want to pick, hey, the top one, the top 3. If you look at the conversion rates, you see this one's 180 to 1 right now. And remember, these numbers change every 10 minutes. So what they are today and what they are tomorrow can be very different. But if you look beyond that one, that's 180 to 1, you can see this one's 222, 231, 237, 239, 243, 248, 265. We've got tons of them that are better than 300 to 1. And frankly, the difference between this one that's 285 to 1 and this one that's 222 to 1 is very minimal. You know, it matters when you're measuring it on your own traffic, but this is just a guideline to go by. So picking ones to promote, you could pick any of these ones and you would be fine, right? To test it out. You don't know how it's going to promote for your traffic until you actually test it. So let's go ahead and let's just pick 3. And frankly, I'm just going to pick them randomly. I'm not even going to be that scientific about it. So I'm going to say, let's go with maximum launch profits. Okay, so this is going to be one. So remember, back over here on my other page, I created that sheet. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, well, one of the ones I'm going to promote is maximum launch profits. So I'm going to type that in there. Now, there's a couple of information that I want to store in here. And one of those is I want to store my referral URL for maximum launch profits. So I'm just going to type referral URL so I know what it is. And I'm going to press enter. And then in the cell next to that, I'm actually going to copy and paste my referral URL from your viral list. And what this means is I'm going to have this referral URL available to me in the spreadsheet without having to log back into your viral list to get it. So I just right-clicked on it, and then I'm going to say copy link address. Okay, this might be a little different if you're on a Mac versus a PC, but all the PCs should say pretty much the same thing, and you probably know how to do this anyways. So then I'm going to go switch back over to my tab where I had my spreadsheet here in Google Sheets, and I'm going to click there, and I'm going to paste that. So I just used Control B. I could have also right-clicked and chosen paste. But now you can see here on my spreadsheet, I have maximum launch profits and I have my referral URL. So that's one of the ones I'm going to promote. Now, I'm just going to show you a little trick. I'm just going to get fancy here. I'm going to click on the cell. I want this to be bolded and I want it to be, yeah, it's fine. It's just bolded there. And then same thing here. I'm just going to make the name of this and I'm going to bold it. Now, there's another thing that you may want to store some other URLs, like you might want to store the URL to the actual report if you wanted to have that handy. So if I wanted to do that, I could just go report, press enter. Then I'm using my cursor, my arrow keys on my keyboard to move between these different fields. You can do it with the mouse as well. I'm just a heavy keyboard user, so I try to do everything on the keyboard that I can. And now, why would you maybe want to have the report? Well, you might want to go look at the report to get some ideas for things that you want to put in an email to promote your lead capture page. So if I have that handy right in my spreadsheet, again, I don't have to log back into your viral list to get it. So I'm going to go ahead, copy the link address. I just moused over view report. I right-clicked and I said copy link address. And now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste that in there. So remember, just like I said, you can just paste it. Now, these are linkable here inside Google Sheets. So if I click on this, it'll take me there. So that's also convenient. So now for maximum launch profits, I've got my referral URL stored here and I have the actual report. And of course, if I click on my referral URL, it'll take me and I'll get to see the lead capture page, which we're going to do in a moment. So there's one that I'm going to promote this week. So then what else? Let's go with Instagram Bible. So I'm going to right click on here and I'm going to copy that link address. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in the name of the report, Instagram Bible. And then I'm going to do referral URL. Better if I didn't try to type faster than my fingers are moving. I'm going to put that, and then I'm going to put report. And I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to copy the report URL. Copy link address. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on here, and I want to bold this again. I'm using the keyboard shortcut, Control B. It's the same as clicking on that bold up there. That just allows me to kind of keep things organized. I could also underline it if I wanted. Like I could put a line between these if you want to get fancy with your formatting in your spreadsheet. I'm trying to keep it kind of simple. So that's what I'm doing here. So now let's pick a third one. We chose Instagram Bible. And of course, you may want a more scientific approach to this than my random choice. You may want to actually go and take a look at these reports and decide which ones you like. But let's go Profit Maximizer. Why not? Let's just do that one. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy my link address here. I'm going to go back over to my sheet. I'm going to say Profit Maximizer. Referral URL. Some people may say, hey, maybe you're being a little anally retentive over all of this organization. But like I said at the top of the broadcast, your key in being successful with this is going to be just brutally efficient. The more efficient you can be with the work you're doing, the more traffic that you can generate from every hour that you're spending online, because you're not spending your time going around searching for links, going around saying, well, what should I promote today? And having to make that decision. We're going to make that decision in advance for the next several days. And then all you have to do is execute the plan. You don't have to go in and create a new plan every day and say, well, what should I promote today? And by doing this and by tracking the numbers and being very careful about this, you're going to let the results drive your actions rather than what you feel like doing today. So you won't be going in and saying, well, what do I feel like promoting today? You'll go in and you'll say, well, what's the best converting for me, for my traffic right now? Because you'll have those numbers between your viral list and the spreadsheet. And you'll say, well, this has been working really well for the last couple of days. I'm going to promote that again. So even though we set up a promotion plan, doesn't mean we're not going to change it. We're going to change it based on the results we see. We're going to set up a plan and then we're going to modify it on the fly based on results. But you'll be able to go in here every day and just say, here's what I'm promoting. And you'll have everything available and ready without having to go digging in a whole variety of different places. Okay, so there's my 3 reports I'm going to promote. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to send traffic to these 3 reports. So before I go ahead and actually start doing that, well, what do I need? Well, I'm going to use Safeless and Solo ads for promoting these reports. So what I need is I need a subject line. I need email body that's going to be compelling, that's going to warm people up and make them want to report. And then I need my referral URL, which I have here. So where am I going to get a subject line and email copy for this? As I said in the earlier session that we did about your viral list, I don't give you swipe emails in here. And there's a reason for that. I don't give you swipe emails because I don't want 100 people using the same email. Because if 100 people all promote Facebook Ad Geek because it's the top promoting report, and they all use the exact same subject line, and they all use the exact same text, and they're all promoting it in the same places, then what's going to happen is the conversions for Facebook Ad Geek are going to drop like a rock because it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be saturated, and there's going to be no differentiation. The important thing about succeeding online is you got to get out of playing the lottery, and you have to improve your results through skill and tracking. You can't be just saying, well, I know they're seeing 100 of this offer today. I just hope they pick mine. That's playing the lottery. What you have to do is you have to say, look, I know that my copy is different. I'm sending it in different places or than potentially some of the other people. My subject line is different. My pitch is different. So you got to get out of just the copy and paste culture that is online for a lot of beginning affiliate marketers, and you got to start creating your own stuff. So instead of giving you email copy here, what I did is I gave you a tool. I gave you a tool to be able to create your own personalized copy. And that tool is the email wizard. So if you see over here on the right-hand side, we've got the email wizard. Now, I'm going to get funky here on you for a minute. I'm going to click on this, and then under email wizard, you see you've got an overview, create an email, and display your emails. So I'm going to go and create an email, but I'm going to actually put this in a new tab rather than taking over this tab, because I want to just leave this one open so I don't have to wait for the page to reload if I come back. So I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say open it in a new tab. You don't have to do that. Obviously, you can switch between pages. I don't want to wait for pages to load while I'm online doing this session. So I'm just choosing to keep both pages open, and I can switch between them. Okay, so that just popped it in a new tab right here. It says choose a template, so I'm going to go there. So here we are. This is the email wizard. Now, if you haven't used the email wizard before, then this is going to be very new to you. If you have, then this might be a review, but I still think it's going to be valuable to you because I'm going to actually take one of the examples and do it. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the lead capture pages that we're going to promote, and I'm going to do it. I'm not and come up with an email for it live while we're talking here. I haven't prepared for this. I haven't done any emails in advance. I'm going to do it exactly as I would suggest that you do it, and I'm going to talk you through it. And I'm only going to do one. I'm not going to do one for each of the three because I don't want to keep you here until tomorrow morning. But obviously, I would repeat the process for the other two, and then I would have a custom email for all three. Now, when you're doing this and you're following these instructions as you follow along with me for these 30 days, please don't just pick the same reports I'm doing and choose the same emails as me, because none of us are going to get results. You don't have to pick different reports, but don't follow what I'm saying exactly to the letter. The whole idea is if you go through this process and you put your own bit of personality on it, then you're going to end up with something that's uniquely yours and that is going to get you higher conversions than potentially even copying exactly what I'm doing. So make sure that you go through this process yourself and you don't just take everything I'm doing word for word. So, all right. So the email wizard. So the way the email wizard works is you pick a template of a particular structure of an email. You see, especially with sales-based emails, even professional copywriters use a template. They have a particular process they are going to go through. And what I've done is I've put that template in here, the most commonly used template. And you can see it's listed right down here, and it says problem agitate solution, common sales letter template. Now we're adding more templates in here, but this is the only one in here right now, but that's okay because this is the best one. So we're going to do this problem agitate solution with this email that we're going to create to promote one of the reports. So let's go ahead, first of all, before we get started with this, and pick which of the reports are we going to use to create an email for. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, back over to my sheet. And you can see I've got my three here. So let's pick Instagram Bible as an example. Let's create an email to send in the safe list and solo ads to promote Instagram Bible. So to get the information I need to be able to put in the email, what I need to do is take a look at the lead capture page, because the lead capture page has been professionally designed to highlight the key features that the person gets by getting the Instagram Bible report. So really, that's a lot of the same information I want to put in the email. I want to say what are the key benefits they're going to get by clicking the link in the email and going and getting this report. And then when they get over to the lead capture page, it's going to echo a lot of the same things and same points that I made in the email. And so that's just going to convince them a little more to actually put in their name and their email address. That's a good sales letter, which is essentially what an email that's asking people to take action is. It's a sales letter. And we're going to create one right now for the Instagram Bible. So to have the information I need to look at and read the lead capture page so that I understand the benefit they're going to get by getting this report, because then I can write an email that is going to tell them the benefit they're going to get by getting the report. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to click on my referral link here. And you can see when you click on it here in Google Sheets, it creates this little box above it. So then I can just go ahead and I can just click on that box, and that's going to go ahead and it's going to open that lead capture page in a new tab. See, I've still got my tabs. This is my lead magnet page. This is my choose a template page for the email wizard. I have my Google Sheets tab, and I have now, this is the lead capture page. So when I send people to this lead capture page from my emails, this is what they're going to see. And I'll just reiterate again, because this is important. This is not your URL. That is your URL. This URL that you see here has your member ID number in it. This URL does not. If you promote this URL, they'll get the lead capture page and they might sign up, but they're not going to be put on your list. The only way they're going to get it put on your list is if you use this URL. When you click this URL, it tracks the person to you, and then it redirects them to this page. So it's important that you get that tracking step right. So make sure that you use the URL that is on your lead magnets page and not the one that you see in the browser after you click on the lead magnet page, okay? I would say that over and over and over again, because I would hate for someone to send traffic and not get the people signed up under them and think that it wasn't converting when it actually was, but they're just not getting credit for their work. So that's why I hammer people a little on that one. Okay, so let's just read the lead capture page that we need to write the email for. So here's the cover, what the cover looks like. Instagram Bible. Learn the secrets of getting traffic from Instagram. Ready to get massive traffic from Instagram? Learn how in this free report. This report's only available for a limited time. Grab your copy before it's gone. Got a nice little bit of scarcity in there. Notice it also has a little arrow, and the arrow points to the benefits. These bullet list lets you read this side. Available for a limited time. Instagram's still one of the hottest ways to get tons of traffic quickly. Learn more right now. Download your free copy of this amazing report and find out how to use Instagram for traffic. Sounds like great wording we could use in an email. Enter your name and email address below to download. Download your free report now and discover. So uncover the secrets. This is your key points right here. I'm just going to see if I can highlight them. Okay. These are your key points. These are the key benefits that someone is going to get from getting and reading this report. So these are the things that I want to understand in order to come up with a good sales letter to convince people to go ahead and put in their email address for this. So what are they going to get out of reading this report? Well, they're going to uncover the secrets to getting thousands of followers quickly without paying a dime for them. Find out how to set up your Instagram profile to attract the most followers without looking like a spammer. Discover the secrets to creating photos and videos that will really grab attention. Learn how to get the most possible traffic from Instagram and how to make sure that traffic converts, and much more. So those 4 points right there are your key points of what somebody's going to get. They're going to learn how to get thousands of followers quickly. They're going to find out how to set up their profile to attract the most followers. They're going to discover how to create content for Instagram, photos and videos that really grab attention, and they're going to learn how to use that to convert it into traffic from Instagram that will convert for the offers that they're promoting. Hey, sounds fantastic. I should get this report, read it myself. Of course, I have read it myself, but these are the compelling points that make someone who is thinking, should I get into my business and start focusing on Instagram in my business? And they are thinking, yeah, but I don't know how to use it, etc. They read this and they go, wow, if I want to start Instagram for my business, then this is for me. And that are the magic words in conversion right there. Wow, that's for me. When you can write headlines, subject lines, email copy, and lead capture page copy that shows your ideal prospect that this is for them, that this addresses their specific needs that they're most interested in, you get the conversion. They have to have that epiphany that what you're offering is the solution to their problems. And so some people would see this report and they'll say, Instagram, not interested. If they're not interested in social media or building their business in social media, this is going to be of absolute no interest to them whatsoever. You're not going to convert those people. They don't want to use Instagram. But if somebody's thinking about using Instagram and then they've heard Instagram's great and they've heard Instagram can help build their business and they've been thinking about it, but they just don't know how, they don't know where to start. When they see this, they're going to say, that's for me. And they're going to get it because it's free. All they got to do is give their email address. And now they're on your list. And that is what we're trying to create with this. And we're leading people to this page with the email copy we're about to write. So here's my copy. I understand what they're going to get out of the report, who this report is for. It's for people who are just starting out with the idea of social media and Instagram in particular, but they don't really know where to start. And this is going to be the guide that is going to show them how to get started like a rocket. Okay. So that is what we need to translate to them in the email. So I understand the report. I understand who it is that I'm trying to get this report in front of. And now I'm going to write an email that's going to convince them that might be for me. I need to click that link. And I'm going to use the email wizard to do it. So let's go and do it. So back to the template. Now, what is great about the email wizard is that it's going to take you step by step through the template and let you fill in essentially each paragraph of the letter and give you suggestions to start with, and then you can customize it to your own particular report or needs. With this combination of different parts of this template, we can create over 1 million different variations from this single template, and that's before you actually start putting your own content into it. When you put your own content into it, which you're going to see in a minute, and start talking about your product or your lead capture report, the number of variations is endless. So each step in this process has a video. You can see this little box here, and it says your video is playing. If you go ahead and you click that box, it will actually play the video. So if I click on it, you can see it will play the video. And there is sound here. I have it turned off, but there is sound. And this is my little explanation that shows you each step of the way. So this is kind of teaching you how to use the template step by step as you go through. So we only have one template to choose from, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the next step. And you can say, click to use the chosen template. So the template I've chosen is Problem Agitate Solution. And I'm going to go ahead and click to use the chosen template. And that's going to take me to the next step. So this says, step 1 of 8, ask a question. And again, if you needed help, there's a video here to help you. You can click on it and it would help you. So the first step in the Problem Agitate Solution template is I need to ask a question. And it gives you some starter or example phrases to go by. Hi, is the relentless pursuit of more web traffic driving you mad? Hi, is your internet business ruining your life? Has your spouse or family told you to give up on dreams? So these are just samples that you can start with. It gives you some ideas of things to start with. Or you can, of course, write your own. Or you can click on one of these and then you can modify it. So I know that I'm looking for people that are thinking they want to get into Instagram but don't know what to do. So what would be a good angle, a good phrase, a good question to ask them for the first thing? So how about, and you can see now some of these are complete in themselves. Are you struggling to keep up with today's fast changing marketing world? Other ones have little placeholders in here. So you see, are you sick and tired of problem? And what you do with these ones is you're supposed to go ahead and you're supposed to insert your problem that your product solves where it says problem. So, overcome, are you frustrated with? Have you had it up to your eyeballs with this problem? Does it infuriate you? Remember what the name of this template is: problem, agitate, solution. So by asking this question, we're trying to identify the problem that we're going to help them solve. So I could just pick one of these and then you'll see I can then edit it and make it my own. So you hate, is this driving you mad? Have you ever wanted to desire something they wanted to do, but problem has always prevented you from getting started? That's actually an interesting angle. So let's pick this one. Would you love to start desire, but problem has held you back? So you have to fill your own text in for the desire and the problem part. So I'm going to click on that. And what you're going to see happen when I click on that, and I scroll down here a little, is it inserted that sample text into this box. Would you love to start desire, but problem has held you back? So now I can just click on here and I can change it. Would you love to start getting loads of traffic from Instagram? But now they say problem has held you back. I'm going to just change this whole thing to be, but you don't know where to start. You see, I asked them a question. And the question is, would you like to start getting loads of traffic from Instagram, but you don't know where to start? Now you start twice in that sentence. I don't like that. So I'm going to say begin. But you don't know where to begin? So when somebody reads that email, if they're thinking about that they should be in Instagram, but they're not, and they read this question at the top of your email, what are they going to think? Oh, I am thinking that. That is the question I'm thinking. This is going to identify your ideal candidate. So that's the first paragraph. So now I can go ahead and say, I'm happy with this. So I can go ahead and click next step. And it's going to take me to step 2. And we're going to go through this for the 8 steps. And we're going to end up with a customized, fantastic email to promote the Instagram Bible. Okay. So again, the second part step 2 of 8, connect with the reader. So, and you can see now that we've chosen the first paragraph, it's put it over here in the email preview. So over here on the right-hand side, you can see the email as it's being built. So what we're doing in the second part is we're trying to show them that we know what they're talking about. We're trying to connect with them. So you can see the paragraphs they've given you. If so, then I feel your pain. If so, then I know how you feel. If so, I know exactly how you feel, right? So if so, you're not alone. If so, I would love to help. Trust me, I know what it's like. I've been there and done that. So I can do that same thing. I can say, okay, let's go with I've been there and done that. And I'm not even going to edit that. I'm just going to leave it the same as it is. And I'm going to say next step. So now I'm going on step 3. And now you'll see it's updated it. Would you love to start getting loads of traffic from Instagram, but don't know where to begin? I've been there and done that. So you see, I'm building the email piece by piece. So now, what's step 3? Describe the problem. This is the agitate part, okay? So this is going deeper into the problem. They're struggling with what should they do with Instagram, and they don't know what to do. And now you're going to actually make them feel even worse about the fact that they don't know how to do that. So it sounds bad, but it's a way to motivate people to take action and learn something they want to learn. So you can see these are a little longer. So there's nothing more frustrating than clicking for hours or posting on social media, hoping to get a little attention from a prospective customer. After hours of work, you're no further ahead than where you started. You feel confused and frustrated, wondering why this simply isn't working again, like all the things you've tried in the past. See what these paragraphs are doing? They're getting the person emotional. They're getting them, it's agitating the problem. They know that they should be on Instagram, but they're not. And you're actually making them feel bad about it. But that sounds like a really mean thing to do. But if you listened and paid attention, knowing how problem agitate solution works, almost every sales pitch that people give to you, almost every infomercial is based on this. They can be trying to sell you Shark vacuums. They're using problem agitate solution. Okay. So I can scroll through here and see if there's one that fits what I'm trying to say. Or I can use it as a model and change it and modify it to create my own. And you can see there's all kinds of them in here. I'm not going to possibly go through here and read every single one of these. You can go ahead and do that if you want. So I'm going to choose this one. There's nothing more depressing than problem. And then I'm going to modify it and add my own little part on it. So there's nothing more depressing than, and now I'm going to erase out the problem part, and I'm going to say, logging into your Instagram account and finding you have no followers. Despite the fact that you keep posting content. You know, somebody's trying to make Instagram work. And now I'm going to add a new paragraph. I'm going to say even worse, go even deeper. You may only log into Instagram to see what others are doing and feel horrible because they are crushing it and you haven't made a single post. Somebody hasn't done it at all, right? So let me just reread this. There's nothing more depressing than logging into your Instagram account and finding you have no followers, despite the fact that you keep posting content. Even worse, you may only log into Instagram to see what others are doing and feel horrible because they're crushing it and you haven't made a single post. I agitated it. I agitated the problem. They're already worried and concerned about the fact that they think they should be using Instagram and they're not. And now I just made them feel worse. But you know what that's going to do? Strive them to take action to do something about it. So I just clicked on next step. It's loading, 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 loading for the next step. So that's step 3. So we're almost halfway through creating this email. Live broadcast. All right, step 4, describe your ideal solution. So now you're going to turn it. You've identified the problem, you've made them feel worse about it, and now you're going to give them a solution. And now these all have to be customized for what you're offering. So I give you a few options here. Wouldn't be great if, and then insert your ideal solution. What you really need is ideal solution. Ideally, you'd be able to, and then give them the solution. What if I told you there was, and then the solution? So we just need to pick one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. Ideally, you'd be able to ideal solution, and then I'm going to change it. And I'm going to write in. Ideally, you'd be able to log in each day to see all the new followers who are reading your posts and want more information about your products or services. Okay, so let's go with that. So I've just offered them what it's going to feel like if they can solve this problem. There's the motivation, the contrast between how bad they feel now and now this new solution. So now that's why today, so step 5 is I'm going to actually reveal what the solution is here. So here I told them that what it would be like if they had a solution, and now I'm going to actually reveal it. So that's why today I'm delighted to share with you your new solution. That's why my free report called Instagram Bible. I don't know how much detail I should put in here, so I'm going to put a little detail, and then I might have to come back and change it or skip a next step. Instagram Bible. This report will show you, okay, what's it going to show them? What it said on the lead capture page, of course. So let's go look at that lead capture page again. Here it is. Getting thousands of followers quickly without paying a dime. Set up your Instagram profile to attract more followers. Discover the secrets to creating photos that get attention and get the most possible traffic from Instagram. So what's it going to show them? It's going to show them how to get thousands of followers quickly without paying a dime. So let's put that in there. How to get thousands of followers quickly without paying a dime. You will learn how to create posts that get your followers, new followers, because we want to talk about all these new followers they're going to get, new followers here, attention, and turn it into traffic, endless traffic to your offers. How's that for a solution to the fact that they're stressed out over what they're doing on Instagram? So we'll go next step. Now, this is describing the product, and this is what I said. I really described it in the last one. So I really kind of already did this step of describing it. That was this part about this report. So really what I should do is go back and take that and put it in this step instead. And that's what I wasn't sure whether I should put it in this step or that step. So, or I can just put nothing in at this step. Either does the same. Let's just see. Let's go ahead and we'll go back to the last step. Of course, you can do that right there with that last step button. And instead of putting this here, I'm just going to select it and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to delete it. You could also just cut it. And then I'm going to go to the next step. I've copied that to my clipboard. It's in my clipboard. And then at this step, I'm just going to insert that as being my text for this step. So I'm just going to paste it. So remember, I told you I didn't do any of this in advance. I'm doing it all on the fly. So this is what I'm going to put in for describing the solution. All right. And then I'll go to the next step. You'll see it's still building my email and adding paragraphs as we go here. So now is the call to action. So now we're getting to the end of the email. You need to tell them what they need to do. One of the most important things in any kind of a sales letter or template like this is that you got to tell them what you want them to do. Don't assume that they know what the next step is. Tell them what the next step. So click below and join me in. Take action and join. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So join this today. Join this and start making progress. So I'm just going to take the first one. Click below and get started with your product name. Except I'm going to change it a little because they're not really getting started. I'm going to say, and get, hello, your free Instagram Bible report today. Exclamation point. Next step. So now is the closing. This is where you go ahead and you're going to put in your website URL and you're going to say thanks and you're going to say your name. So I'm just going to click on that website URL, thanks name. So now obviously I have to substitute in my lead capture page URL. Oh, and guess what? It's in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to go back over here to my spreadsheet and I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to say copy my referral URL. And then I'm going to go back over to build my email, and where it says website URL, I am going to put in my referral URL. Now, some safe lists don't let you put referral URLs in the text. So on those safe lists, you'd have to take this out and just put it in where they give you the spot to put your website that you want to promote. My sites all allow links in the body plus the link at the bottom. So this would work for my sites. If not, you might have to modify this template a little from one place you're using this email to another, depending on how much text they allow, whether they allow URLs in the body, etc. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my name here. So, Matt. Okay. So now, next step. So that was step 8 of 8. Well, what's left? Well, of course, we need a subject line. So now you can see over on the right-hand side, look, that's our whole email we just custom wrote to promote this Instagram report. No one else on the planet, unless you copy this one, is going to be using this email exactly. Now, somebody might copy it after I start using it. They'll see it and they'll say, hey, I'm promoting the Instagram Bible. I'd like to use that. And they might copy and part it. And I can create a new one. I create a new one every week if I want it. It's not that hard, as you can see. But we can go ahead and do this. And what this job of this text that we just wrote is to convince the person that they really want this report before they ever even see the lead capture page. And when they see the lead capture page and they read the detail, they're going to want it even more if they're interested in Instagram, which is why we don't have 100% conversions, because not everybody's interested in whatever it is topic you're talking about. So we've got this email written, but now we need a subject line. Well, we want our subject line to be unique too. Well, we've got many options for subject line templates built in here. So we can just pick one of these that goes along with our report that sounds like it's compelling. And remember, the job of the subject line is to get them to click the mail. So that's why we generally use a lot of curiosity with these, is because you want people to be curious and say, oh, that's an interesting subject line. I need to see what's inside. And then they click and then they see your email, your professionally written email here, which then convinces them, I need to go see that report. And then they click the link and go see the report. And then that convinces them, I got to have this report because that is for me, because I want to get on Instagram. Okay. So that's the idea of what we're trying to do here. So let's find a subject line. And these all, of course, allow you to modify them and put your own thing. Do you suffer from advice to target market who want some desire? How to have results without objection? How to do email marketing without an autoresponder? I wonder if anybody ever used that one. Results without objection is possible. Results in just some certain amount of time. How I improved blank without blank in just a certain amount of time. So how I doubled my traffic without spending more hours in just 30 days. That's how you could substitute stuff in there to create a compelling subject line. And if someone wants more traffic and they don't have more time, they're going to say, that's for me. Do you suffer from? Do you have these symptoms? Guaranteed to give you some result without blank. What type of target market are you? Does this ever embarrass you? To people who want results but don't know where to start? The right way to solve this? How much is blank really costing you? This one, are other target market secretly overtaking you? Kind of like that one, because we talked here about how they would go online and they would see other people that were crushing it, and they're not even posting anything. So that kind of would be an interesting one. And the reality is you could probably take almost every single one of these and find some way to make it talk about the Instagram Bible and the problems that it solves. And then you could have multiple different ones, and you might use a different one, every different subject line every day of the week, but with the same email. But let's just go ahead and pick one for now. So how I got some results by Mate's unusual mistake, why some target market you laugh about. Let's go with this one for now. Are other target markets secretly overtaking you? Okay, and then if we scroll down here again, you'll see it, put it down here. And really the target market is just online marketers. So are other online marketers secretly overtaking you? Now, I don't even mention Instagram in there, right? That can be a benefit, and it can also be a problem to not be specific about what's inside. So sometimes if you're too specific, then a lot of people won't open it because you've given them enough information for them to decide in their head they're not interested. However, if they actually saw the email, they might be interested. So if you make it a little vague, but still has enough curiosity and enough motivation to say, I need to look at that, then people will open it. And then maybe they'll make the decision then, hey, I'm not interested in Instagram, I'm out of here. And they won't click on your link and they won't go subscribe for your report. Or maybe it will make them think, hey, maybe I should be on Instagram, right? So this one, are other online marketers secretly overtaking you? Just remember, all of this is applied psychology. Marketing is all applied psychology. So what am I doing here? I'm making them fear that somebody's doing better than they are. And I'm also making them think about they might be missing out on something. We all have a fear of missing out. So are other online marketers secretly overtaking you? Oh, gee, maybe they are secretly overtaking me. What are they doing to overtake me? I need to know. They click the link. So that's my kind of psychological logic behind this subject line. So now I can go ahead and I can say finish email builder and do the final edit. And what's going to happen then? It's going to take me to a page in just a moment. I know it will. I know it will. All right, so here it is. So now if I wanted to edit any of this and make it a little different, I can actually edit it now in the final version without going back to all the steps. So I did this part where I said there's nothing more depressing than blah, blah, blah. Even worse, I'm going to make that all one paragraph. So rather than have that be two separate paragraphs, so I'm going to just click there and I press delete, and then put a couple of spaces in. So now I've made that whole part of the agitation phase a single paragraph. And I like my subject line, that's fine. The rest of it's all fine. But if I'd made a spelling mistake, I could fix it here without having to go back to the step to fix it. And when I'm all done, I go ahead and I say save changes. And now stored in your viral list is this email for you to be able to use anytime you want, anywhere you want, by just coming here and copying and pasting it to wherever it is that you want to see it. So if I go back over here to the email wizard in the navigation and I click on display mails, then you'll see there it is. That's the email we created it. We created it on May 7th. Our other online marketers secretly overtaking you. You can view it or you can delete it. So if I just go ahead and click on it, or I click on view that does the same thing, it's going to take me here. This is my copy I'm going to use to promote the Instagram Bible report. So this is, I can now, from this spot, I can copy it and I can paste it, and I can paste it right into the different safe lists or solo ad sites where I'm promoting this report. Same thing with subject line. I can select it, copy it, and paste it. It's stored here for eternity until you delete it. So you've created it, and all of your email copy that you're using at all of your different promotions is all stored in one place. So you don't have like endless documents on your computer or something stored here, something stored there. Everything is here if you go to the email wizard and display your emails. All of your emails are stored here. It makes life easy and organized, which allows you to be more productive. Okay, so we go through that same process. I would have done that a little faster if I wasn't explaining everything along the way. It might take you a little longer depending on how comfortable you are with your writing. The whole idea is none of us are perfect writers. Obviously, I write 4 to 6 hours a day and have been doing it for 18 years. So things might come to me a little faster than they do somebody who doesn't have that much experience writing emails that I do. But the idea of the template is it takes you through the same steps that I take to write an email like this, that I'm doing off my own checklist or out of my head. I'm still using Problem Agitate Solution. And it's giving you starting phrases to go with. So you just have to modify them a little. And you can create a custom email for you to promote anything, including all of your lead capture reports. So we have this one. I'm going to go through the same step, and I'm going to do it 2 more times, but not tonight, because again, I want you to actually sleep. Now we've got an email to promote. And of course, back over here in our spreadsheet, we have our lead capture page, and we have a link to the report if I ever wanted to go and look at the report. So now the question is, well, what am I going to promote and on what days? What is my actual plan for promoting these 3 things over the next few days? So our last step that we're going to do tonight here is we're going to actually create another sheet, which is going to have in it our promotion plan day by day. So remember I said earlier that down here at the bottom, we're on sheet 1, and you can have multiple sheets inside this 130-day challenge promotion plan document. You can also name them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the name of this. So if I pull this little pull down here, then it gives me different options I can do with this sheet. Don't pick delete. Don't pick delete. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and rename, and now I can type in, and I'm going to call this lead capture pages to promote. We just call it what it is. Press enter, and now you can see that tab is called lead capture pages to promote. Now I want to create a new tab. I want to create a tab for my promotion calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click this plus sign over here near the corner, bottom left corner. that says, when I mouse over it, it says add sheet. So I'm going to click, and what it's going to do is, hey, it added a sheet, sheet number 2. You see it right there. And now I have this new blank sheet. And so I've created this new sheet, and it's given it a name, sheet 3 or sheet 2. And I want to rename that. So I'm going to click on that down arrow, and I'm going to say rename. And this one is going to be our promotion calendar. So promotion calendar. Press enter. And so now I've got this new sheet, and I'm going to give it a title up here at the top, and I'm going to call it promotion calendar. So what we're doing here with the promotion calendar is we are creating a document that is going to show us on every day what is it that we're supposed to be promoting and where today. So we're going to use the rows and the columns of the sheet to create a plan for that. So we're going to start out, we're going to each row, which are these things down the side, is going to be a separate day. So we're going to need to have the date. So tomorrow, we're starting promotions tomorrow, and tomorrow is 5/8/20, day, month, year. Okay. And then the day after that is going to be 5/9/20. And then I also like to know what the day of the week is without having to look it up. So I put that in here, and I'm going to say tomorrow is Friday, and then the next day is Saturday. Okay. Now I could just keep typing these and go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then back around, but I don't have to because Google Sheets is smart. It knows that these are series and that they can be continued. So if I click my mouse here and then I click and drag down here, you can see it's highlighted both these cells, both the 8th and the 9th in blue. And if I let go, you see they're both highlighted, and you can see it's also added this little blue box in the corner. That is the handle, it's called. So if I put the mouse over that handle, it becomes a little crosshairs. And if I click and hold it, I can drag it down as far as I want. And then when I let go of the mouse button, it's going to extend the series. So you can see it's gone all the way down for an entire month, down to 6/9, right? And then it'll do the same thing with the Friday and Saturday. So I click on Friday, then click again, hold it, drag down to include Saturday, let go, and now grab the blue handle and drag that all the way down, and it's going to automatically extend all the dates. Boom. Now, to keep track of what's in what column here, I'm going to want to give these columns titles. So this one is the date, and this one is the day of the week. And then what else do I want to store here? Well, I want to store what am I going to promote on that day. So the simplest way to do this, and the simplest form of this sheet, would just be to say, call this next column promotion. So what am I going to promote on Friday? Well, I can go back and look at my lead capture pages to promote, and I'm going to promote the Instagram Bible. So Instagram Bible. And what am I going to promote on Saturday? Back over here. Well, how about maximum launch profits? I'm good. Okay, well, what about Sunday? Well, profit maximizer. Profit maximizer. Now, so when I go to send my emails to the Safe List and Solo Ads and etc. tomorrow, I'm just going to come to the spreadsheet and say, well, what am I supposed to be promoting? Well, it's supposed to be promoting Instagram Bible. So then I can go over here to my list of emails that I stored in your viral list that I created with the email wizard, choose one for the Instagram Bible, this one, and then I can copy and paste that email that I custom wrote for the Instagram Bible out of here into each of the different places where I'm going to promote it. Simple as that. Now, then the next day on Saturday, when I get up and say, okay, what am I promoting today? Maximum launch profits. Come over here, make sure I've created an email for maximum launch profits, click it, copy and paste it to all the different places. And you'll see me do that tomorrow and the next day, etc. Except I suggest that you take a slightly more complex approach to this. And here's the reasoning. most of the people that are going to be watching this video are using multiple traffic sources. So you can categorize your traffic sources and send different things to different sites on the same day. Now, I don't suggest necessarily that you send something different to every single site. That's a lot of specificity and will add a lot of extra work. But what you can do is you can break them into categories. So this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to say, well, one of the things I'm going to promote or promote at every day is my site, Supercharged Solo Ads. I'm going to send a solo ad every day to drive traffic to one of these lead capture reports. So this column is going to be, what am I sending at Supercharged Solo Ads that day? Then I also have my other safe lists. So your viral network is what we call all those sites, and that's 20 safe lists. What am I going to promote at them each day? And then I'm also going to promote at other safe lists. So I'm just going to say other safe lists. And then if I decide I want to use any other traffic sources, I can just add more columns over here for any other traffic sources. And now, given that I am going to be promoting 3 reports and I'm promoting at 3 different places, why not promote something different at each place? So tomorrow at Supercharged Solo Ads, I'll promote Instagram Bible. And then I'm going to copy Maximum Launch Profits. And at your viral network, I'll promote Maximum Launch Profits. And then at other safe lists, I'll promote Profit Maximizer. Well, then what am I going to do on the next day? Well, I don't want to promote the same thing to the same place, so it only makes sense. Well, if I promote Instagram Bible here on Friday at Supercharged Solo Ads, I'll promote Maximum Launch Profits on Saturday and Profit Maximizer on Sunday. It sounds like sense, okay? So if I promote Maximum Launch Profits here, then maybe the next thing I want to promote is Profit Maximizer. And then I'll follow it up on the final day with Instagram Bible. And here I promoted Profit Maximizer. So after Profit Maximizer in the series came Instagram Bible, and then Maximum Launch Profits. So you see, what I've done is every day at each of these 3 different traffic source categories, I'm promoting something different. But they're rotating through the same rotation. It's going Instagram Bible, Maximum Launch Profits, Profit Maximizer. This one's just starting a day later. Maximum Launch Profits, Profit Maximizer, back around to Instagram Bible. And this one's starting 2 days later. Profit Maximizer, then Instagram Bible, then Maximum Launch Profits. It's the same series, just starting at different places. So I'm not promoting the same thing across all of the different sites of the internet on the same day. What that's going to do is give me better conversions because I'm not saturating all these sites with the same ad, with the same subject line. People are going to see different things. Now, you could break it up more finely than that if you wanted. And you could say, well, what about, you could say, for these 5 sites, I'm going to create a group of 5 sites. And at these 5 sites, I'm going to promote this. And then at these 5 sites, I'm going to promote this. And at these 5 sites, I'm going to promote this, right? But this is the specificity that I'm going to use initially getting started. And I might break it out more later. We'll see. Now, I'm just going to do a few things to fancy up my sheet to make it a little easier to read here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bold this by clicking the B up here. I want to take this column, which is the headers, and I want to bold all of those, okay? And the other thing is I want to center align them. So align in the center, just like that, okay? Now the other thing is some of these words are longer than the width of the column. So I want to make the column wide enough that I can see the entire header. So if I just take my mouse up here and I mouse it over the line between the columns, then it becomes a 2-way arrow. I can then click on it and I can drag it over until it is the right length, okay? Supercharged, I can go a little wider than that. So I can click it and drag it a little further. And making it easier to read makes it faster to use. Faster to use means you get more promotions done. So I just drag all those out. So that looks much better. Now, the only thing is I'd like to have like some way to denote this header line as being different. So I'm going to select these cells of the header line again by clicking and dragging my mouse. and I'm going to make them a different color in the background. I'm going to say, let's make it a light gray. So there. So now, doesn't that look fancy? So just a lot easier to use. So now I have laid out, and I have right here in this one document in Google Sheets, here are the different lead capture pages I'm going to promote and all the information I need about them except for the actual ad copies. And here is the promotion calendar. Here are the different things that I'm going to promote on each day. Now, when I actually start doing this tomorrow and I show you how I promote it and do it as efficiently as possible, then you're going to see how I mark what's done and what's not done. But we're going to do that, mark these things as done as we do them. And you're going to see some tricks on that in tomorrow's broadcast. So I think that covers what I wanted to cover here tonight. So what we covered tonight is we went in and we selected 3 lead magnets that we wanted to use. And then we went ahead and we created an email for one of those lead magnets using the email wizard. And then we created this promotion plan document that shows you exactly what it is that you're going to be promoting each day and where exactly you're going to be promoting it. Thanks for watching. And if you can just let me know what you thought in the comments below the video and ask any questions, I would love to help you. And we will see you again tomorrow for day 5. Thanks so much for being here, and we will talk to you tomorrow.